You want to talk about it? I'd rather laugh about it. Let's get a little dark about it on the Traumedy Show. Welcome to the Traumedy Show. I'm your co-host, Rachel Wilford.
And I'm your other co-host, Megan Wilford.
And today we have Dakota from the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with us.
Bro, this is going to be so fun to talk to you guys about like everything we want to talk about, you know?
I'm really excited to hear your take on it all.
Yeah, I have lots of takes. And I take a lot of things to go to like the store because I forget my bags at home and then they charge you, you know? That it really didn't make sense. I'm sorry.
It was a really good impression.
We're just kidding. We have Robby Witt with us.
I am not a dog. I am a normal human.
It wasn't Robby. That was Peach.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Robby walked through my apartment door a minute ago, and I've never seen Peach so violently react to someone.
Me and Peach, it's a second date dog. You know, she's not gonna let her guard down until she knows for sure you're the one.
She's not feeling it. She's better now. She loves you now.
She's warmed up. We've all warmed up, especially Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I just said that, if anybody isn't familiar with Robby,
Robby or Dakota,
Robby on social media, he does a mean impression of Dakota from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah.
We got a DM from Jordan today, by the way.
You did?
So, yes.
No way.
Yeah,
Jesse's husband?
Yes. Yeah. He's
That's
like, let's
crazy.
make a
What did
video
he
together.
say?
He said we should make a video together.
Shut
I'm not
up.
doing it. I was like in the parking lot when I was
Shut
up. I was like, this is cool.
Oh my God, you buried the lead when you walked
Oh
in
my
here.
God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you going to do
the
it?
start?
I hope so. Yeah. I asked him if he's in LA or Orange County soon. I would love to.
Oh,
that's so awesome.
Which they go to LA and Orange County all the time.
Yeah.
This is the start. You are about to get connected to the entire, Secret Lives universe.
I'd be like, Jordan, if you want to go on a Traumedy show, bro, they can fix you up right, okay? Because they have a ton of experience with dating and stuff. So there's a lot of things that you can learn a lot. I already know a lot of things, so I could help you learn, but we could do all sorts of teachings.
All sorts of teaching. Oh my God, that's so exciting.
so good. Wow.
We love Secret Lives. We've talked about it quite a bit on this podcast.
Yeah, 100%.
It's one of those shows that my wife would be like, hey, do you want to watch this? And I'm like, what is this show? And then episode 3 is like, hey, are we turning that on again?
Yeah.
It's
Do you have
juicy. Are you all caught up with
all caught up?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's your favorite?
I think my favorite is low key, wow. I'm caught up and I don't know the guy's name, but the blonde haired guy,
Jordan?
No,
Zach.
Yes.
What? Oh, that's what I meant. Zach. Zach's your favorite.
Yes. Zach.
That's such a hot take.
What's her name?
Jen Affleck's husband.
Yes.
What a hot take. Okay, why?
Okay.
Whoa.
Did you see that in the finale when he was arguing with Brett?
Yes.
No, I'm not caught up.
The reunion. Okay, she's not caught up, but I'm caught up.
Okay, okay. And then he was like, I feel like Brett talks down to the rest of them because he's
100%.
45,000 years older than them.
Yes. He's a dinosaur.
Grandpa Brett.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
I love how some people have been calling him Peepaw.
Yes.
Because of the whole Fruity Pebbles thing.
Honestly, everyone, you can do whatever you want as consenting adults, but if a dog pees on the carpet, there's a stain. So can his dentist you know what I mean? Are there any issues going on? I don't know.
What was it? He likes drinking her piss or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And there was a code word for it, Fruity Pebbles, which somebody in my comments correctly, is it fruity? Does she have kidney stones? What is happening?
Yeah, it's a sign of diabetes.
Why is it
something.
Fruity Pebbles? Yeah.
Right.
Does she eat Fruity Pebbles to flavor the piss?
That's a great question.
Is that
maybe that's the thing? Listen, we're not here to yuck anyone's yum. However, but it is a hot take that Zach is your favorite. However, he has had a lot of redemption in the more recent stuff. I think he was really supportive of Jen on Dancing with the Stars.
I saw that on Instagram and
I
stuff.
feel like he's made some strides. It sucks that it took the whole world being like, hey dude, stop kind of being a piece of shit for him to make changes. But a lot of it is kind of where you're from and how you grew up.
He's on his own journey.
Yes, he's on his own journey.
What I was saying is Brett was talking down to the guys. And I felt like Zach was the only one who was No, listen, you're the grandpa and we're cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
And he was being very disrespectful to Jen. He would not let Jen speak. And Zach was very much. Brett was. Yeah.
Ew, do not like that.
Did you notice the way he was like aggressively leaning forward and sorry, I leaned on the mic, leaning forward in his chair.
Yeah, it was very it felt like it felt very like corporate, I'm the boss and you guys are the underlings vibes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, boomer. He's probably not a boomer.
So Zach is newly your favorite after
Zach is newly my favorite.
This season.
I like Layla for the girls.
Do you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's also a hot take.
Underrated. No one ever remembers her.
She's dope. She came out in the finale and was like just standing with production while like Dakota was doing his spiel.
Yeah,
which I had to study multiple times because I had to, create material.
Of course. You had to assume his identity.
I do like Jordan though. And partially biased because he DM'd me 5 minutes ago.
That's true.
Oh my God. Shout out.
Shout out Jordan.
You'll have to let him know that we talked about him on this episode.
So dead.
Yay. Should you talk about why he's even in our living room or how you know him?
Yeah, the reason,
and also he's here in person with us.
Yes.
For the listeners.
Yes, because Robby is local to Southern California. And the reason that I know him is because I actually found your video on the whole like ambulance situation as our influencer agency at RevDoc was pitching you. Like I had just seen it. And then a couple days later, they sent it to me. And I was like, I literally just saw this. I was thinking he'd be perfect for it. So Robby and I connected through my last job at RevDoc, which I then got laid off for, and we hate them now. But and then like I just followed you, and we kind of just stayed in touch and became internet friends.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Wait, you're local? Just come be on the podcast. That'd be so fun."
That was dope. Yeah, we met on a Zoom.
Yep,
essentially.
Yes, I did meet you on a Zoom. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the ambulance video.
Okay, I'll let you talk about the ambulance video.
So the ambulance,
did that one go like super viral?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like my most viral video ever.
Okay.
Like it was insane because I have a daughter who has like a medical condition of like, she's anaphylactic to tons of different food groups. And so one of them that we learned about was this ambulance ride where it's scary enough. Like your daughter gets strapped to an ambulance gurney and is taken away at like 18 months old. They don't know what's happening, but that was wild. But shout out American healthcare. You get a bill like 6 weeks later in the mail.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this bill sucks, but thank goodness I have insurance. Right.
Right.
So then I call them to let them know that, hey, I have insurance. And then they reissue a bill. They say, oh, okay, we'll reissue you a bill. And then later in the mail, a bill came for $1,000 more. So the bill went from like, $600 to $1,600. And I was like, no, this can't be right. And so my wife, who is really good on the phone with any customer service, very nice. And, and I can hear her talking to them in the other room. And then she hangs up and she comes and explains it to me in the kitchen and is like, this is what happened. And I was like, that literally can't be right. Like, I have to call back. And so I call back, and the video that went super viral is me talking to this like person who like, people in the comments got really mad at the guy. Like, it is absolutely not his fault. He works for this company and like they have a policy. And
he doesn't make the rules.
What ended up happening was
this the health insurance company that you're talking to?
This was the service provider. So it was actually the
ambulance?
The ambulance. It gets really complicated, actually. There's a law that was passed in California that provides a discount if you are uninsured. Which on the face of it sounds pretty good. Like I'm all for like, hey, social safety nets. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
My problem is like it's not based off your income. It's based off of whether you have insurance or not. So if you actually make more money than me and you decide like, I'm actually going to roll the dice, I'm not going to have health insurance, you would have qualified for the discount and then ended up paying less for an ambulance than somebody who's like, you know what? Money's tight right now. We don't make that much, but I really want to take care of my family. I'm going to spring for the insurance. And so like the billionaire without insurance would pay less than somebody who's like a middle-class person with insurance. It's insane.
It's twisted.
All the like to hear that, it sounds crazy, but like I captured it live, so it resonated very well.
Yeah. Shout out to American Healthcare.
Shout out to American Healthcare.
How messed up and how expensive a life-saving ambulance ride.
It is wild. It is wild. And now, so yeah, like my twin daughters who both have this condition, right, are, running about a once a year ambulance roll to the hospital. So, it's something I've become unbelievably against my will familiar with.
Because you were saying one of your daughters is anaphylactic to wheat and the other is anaphylactic to peas and
tree nuts, peanuts. Yeah.
And peas?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just like, it's
like
all
legumes. I don't know, like all legumes. Isn't a pea a legume?
Is it?
This is so embarrassing that I don't know the answer to that question, but.
Did you say, is it a Are
peas vegetables or legumes?
Are legumes not vegetables?
I don't think legumes are vegetables. A legume is a legume.
We're here to answer the real questions.
This is legume corner.
I don't know.
We're not going to solve that one today.
No.
That's going to remain a mystery.
And my wife's the saint in all this because she's like done all of the research and like knows exactly.
Shout out to Lindsay.
Who knows what food ingredients are actually in non-food products. So like if your kid is anaphylactic to wheat, like you cannot drop them off at the preschool when they're doing a Play-Doh activity because that's not going to work. They actually have wheat ingredients inside of Play-Doh. Right. So if your kid is touching that around and then touches their face or something, the bad outcome.
Because for your daughter, it's not just eating it, it's touching it.
It's just like contact.
Yeah.
One of the things like you learn at her Food Allergy Institute is they do this patch test where they'll take a little bit of food and they'll patch it to their back.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of how they test like, okay, this one you're allergic to or more or less allergic to. And it's wild.
Yeah. So you and your wife are just on high alert at all times. Whenever 100%. You leave your house, pretty much.
I tell everybody like she has the way easier job because I go to work and like make money and people are like, oh, she's the stay-at-home wife. Like how relaxing and fun.
Yeah, she has the way harder job.
Yeah, she has the way harder job when it's like, oh, we're at the park and like that kid over there is eating a donut and there was just some goldfish spilled on the slide. So like
you can't go in the slide.
Go in that area.
We're all going in this area. Who wants to ride a swing right now? How are we doing that?
Right.
Gosh.
I know when we originally were talking about what you would talk about, you had said something like, I haven't had any traumatic dating experience or anything, but this is pretty, there's definitely some trauma I can imagine even of taking your kid to the hospital and being afraid if they were going to make it.
It is 100%. And I feel for, my wife says it's invisible a lot of the time. Cause like, you obviously we're super lucky that like, we don't have a kid with cancer or kid in, like with some very serious and life-threatening things, but this is also serious. Like, I don't want to put things on a spectrum, but like, this is also serious and it's invisible. So like my wife doesn't get the credit that like she should because you can't see this. You don't know how often she's protecting something from getting in their hands that could potentially harm them. So it's really like hero's work for zero praise. You know?
True.
It's
so
insane.
True. And then you guys have the onus of empowering them too as they continue to get older and like teach them. You have to teach them the things to avoid and everything too. And then eventually it's going to be up to them. And I'm sure that's going to be weird to pull back and like not feel like you have to be monitoring all the time after so many years of doing so.
100%. And it's going to get, I don't want to say easier, but as like when an 18-month-old baby is going into anaphylaxis, they don't have like English words to communicate that to you. Like, hey, my throat feels tight and I'm having trouble with my air passageway. Like as you get older, obviously you get some of that sense of like, hey, I don't feel right. And they're going to be able to communicate it better. So hopefully it gets easier and, pay a lot of shout out American Healthcare. We pay a lot of money. They're in a treatment program and hopefully in 5 to 6 years, they are completely in the community. It's called food freedom. Where you can have those foods that you were previously anaphylactic to.
Wow.
So I did DM you guys and say like, I'll come on the Traumedy show, but I don't really have any dating trauma.
Life's perfect. I've never been through anything bad.
And then you're like, wait, every every day I'm afraid for my children's lives. Jesus. You basically are working
minus that.
2 jobs too, you said, because you have a full-time job, but then you also like making content and managing accounts with that many followers is a huge commitment as well.
Yes, but it's so fun. It's so fun.
Not everyone gets to DM Jordan from Secret Lives of Mormon.
Oh my gosh, so fun. And it's like you turned on the camera, you said some things and you flopped and it's like, well, we'll try again in 3 more hours.
Literally.
How long have you been doing content?
So I've been doing content since 2022. And like, if you've seen my profile, I'll do impressions or like things for fun, but I'll generally do like just comedy, like satire skits, or I'll tell funny stories that are fictional, but like we'll have some sort of like moral dilemma in them. But like the very first video that ever went off, and sorry, Lindsay, I'm going to remind everybody, was I told a story about how she went to prison, and she's obviously never been to prison. And she was like, can you, I eventually had to morph the stories because she's like, okay, like this is great. Like you're getting a ton of followers and this is so great. But like, can you stop telling people I went to prison? Like distant family members were like DMing her and being like, is everything okay?
God.
Oh no.
And I tried to deliver the stories kind of deadpan, like, if it just popped onto your feed, like you may think it's real. Now, if you click through and you go to my bio, it says like
you realize
satire.
that
like,
is
okay. This is a shtick.
You just come up with stories that like grab people's attention to be like,
and I mean that story was about how like I'm so happy I met my wife, like, and we were able to. Well, she was in prison and she went to prison because like when we were on the beach, like a flock of seagulls attacked her, and her fight or flight instincts kicked in, and she's a human woman who doesn't know how to fly, so she fought. Okay, but she ended up kicking one of these birds so hard that it died. And a park ranger saw the whole thing. He came over and saw it, and the bird was actually an endangered species. So she went to prison for killing an endangered bird. You know what I mean? So protect the animals. Like it's hard to argue with that. And she was like, "Okay, that's funny, but like, don't stop. Please stop. Please."
You're gonna think I have a criminal record.
People think I'm a bird killer.
They'll like find her on your account somewhere tagged and be like, "That's the one. That's the one who killed the bird.
She killed the bird." And then, so back
just now when you were telling the story, I was engaged. I was like, whoa, wow. Like forgot it was fake.
And then I brought in like a moral dilemma of like, I pretended I was a prison guard at a local prison, as one is.
Oh my
And
God.
I made sure that through the justice system, she got sentenced to my prison so that I could be her guard.
Because you would have sway over that.
And then like a power dynamic, like I got her pregnant while she was in prison. And so it's like, wait a minute.
Very Orange is the New Black.
They're married, so it's consensual, but he's her guard in the prison. Like, is this okay?
Problematic.
Yeah. Was it not an official conjugal visit? Like it was like a sneaky
No, it was
closet?
on the clock. It was on the clock.
So if it's on the clock,
I got fired. The story goes, I got fired and I blamed cancel culture because you just can't do anything anymore. You can't even
have sex with your wife on the clock.
In prison. Like,
God, you can't do anything in prison days.
Wow.
It's a shame.
Is that like a specific storyline that sometimes you update? Like, do you have multiple different storylines and lives going on that you just are like, I'm going to update this one today?
I have brought that story back, but at her request, I love you so much, Lindsay. I have changed that. Like it wasn't her. Like it was. This is about my life with my ex. And this is what happened. I don't have an ex. I met my wife in 7th grade English. There is no ex.
I was going through because you're Rachel's connection, and I was like getting myself familiar with your videos today, and I sent her a video, and I was like, wait, what was it? It was a meet cute. It was a video about...
it was some random one about how you met your wife. That's not true. And she sent it to me. It was about you stripping at the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And that's how you met your wife. And she was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Is this true? And I was like, no, dude, that's his whole shtick. I was like, wait, it's true.
So he just lies.
Which is why I like so love that you're here and doing this, because I think it'll be so interesting for the people that have followed you for years to be like, okay, actually though, like what? Who really are you? We can get to the bottom of it.
There are some that have like this microcosm of truth, and it'll be like, okay, I'm just writing now. Like this is, and the good news is like after making up just hopefully entertaining nonsense for the last few years, just a few months ago, I did sign a story over to a Hollywood studio.
What?
And so, yeah, like hopefully
You did?
yes.
No, how did that happen? Like, did they reach out to you?
One of the producers at their studio saw it, random DM. And here's the, like, I always tell this to content creators, always check the DM, but this, like the hidden request box.
Yes.
Because it came through the hidden request box. And I was like, oh, this is a scam. And then I Googled the girl and I was like, oh no, she's important.
No way.
And then, so very cool. And so look, like that they're now going to try and attach like some actors and then like make a pilot and then pitch it. So it's still a long ways away from ever being anything.
From like one of your 60-second random ass videos that you made up?
Yes.
They're turning that into a movie?
Well, potentially.
They're
I don't want to get too far ahead of us.
That's so cool.
It could get shelved next week and we'd never hear about it again.
Right.
But like
that's so crazy. Like people are like, oh, I'm afraid to do my content or whatever. Like, no, look at what some random thing can turn
some
into.
Nonsense. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I love that.
And I will say, like, yes, they are completely made up, but some of them do have like a sprinkle of truth. Like at my first corporate job, there is a story I tell that went fairly viral about this girl. And in the story, I say the girl's name is Morgan Kelly. And I'm sorry, Kelly Morgan. But the CEO at the company is Morgan Kelly, just the name and verse. And he requested an Excel spreadsheet of everybody at the company's salaries. And the person in HR accidentally sent it to the girl. And so she gets this. Now, this did happen at my first job. And it's a major bank in California. And the guy in the cubicle next to me, who has two first names as a name, just like the story, kind of, he gets this Excel doc. And he goes, Robby, come here. And I come around to his cubicle and he just starts showing me. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
The person that I hired that I'm currently training was making $5 an hour more than me. And then the person who trained me, who had been there for 3 years, I was making $5 an hour more than them.
Oh, no.
And then the sad part is you see like, okay, what are our bosses making?
Yeah.
And when you look at that number and it was like, oh, if I stick around for 10 years, that's the reward. Like it was the opposite.
Oh, really?
It was like not enough. It was like you had to get like above them. And I was like, okay, and I've never seen an exodus of a team. So everybody's on Indeed the rest of the day. I'm good.
No.
Salary transparency. I love that job postings do tend to have salary, especially I think it's required in California.
In California, it's required now.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
Obviously, you're allowed to freely talk about it.
Right.
Without, any retribution. But like that legitimately happened. And I take that and make it like, hey guys, the girl who got the Excel doc is sleeping with the CEO and then turned it into
you make it a jumping off point.
We need more episodes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I love
season 2.
I love it. You've created a formula and a shtick that like
there's
it's entertaining.
There.
I feel like you'd be good at improv. Have you done it before?
I have not done improv.
I'm like surprised you're not a theater major, honestly.
I mean, you just did some improv with Dakota. I didn't tell you I was going to start that way.
I was like, is this a trap? Is Dakota walking out?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've never done improv. I do a little bit of stand-up. I've done a few shows like in LA and Orange County.
Nice.
So that's fun. But yeah, improv. I was probably, and this is like... probably me trying to be too cool. Like Robby's brain isn't developed, but like I've always loved like TV and like writing and stuff. But like college, Robby was going to the MLB. Like I was playing college baseball and it's like, oh, there's nerds in theater. You know what I mean? But like I legit was probably a little jealous. Like, okay, they get a lot of attention. I want attention.
Yeah.
I did take a dance class. But that's mostly because our college coach was super smart dude. He would put guys in a dance class and be like, if they can show up, I'll let them pick their major. If not, they're going to go into some easy major so that they can stay eligible for my baseball team. I don't need these idiots. conflicting my livelihood because they're not eligible for the team.
Oh my God.
I love it. Should we dive into
Speaking of what's real and what's
your
fake,
reality?
Let's talk about how you really met your wife, which
For
you just
sure.
mentioned was in 7th grade English.
Yes. And so I was, I actually went to a different elementary school than the rest of the kids who went to this junior high. So first day of 7th grade for me was, I knew a couple people from baseball, but it felt like going to a brand new school where I didn't know that many people. And then boom, 4th period English, Miss Thompson's class. Shout out, Miss Thompson.
Shout out. Best class.
Lindsay's sitting there. And right after that was lunch. And I remember asking somebody like, hey, do you guys know who that girl was?
On literally your first day.
Yeah.
That's
first
cute.
day.
Oh my God.
Townsend Junior High School.
Is that in Orange County?
It's just outside of Orange County. Do you remember the show The OC?
Yeah.
Do you remember where Ryan was from?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen it.
Chino.
Okay. Yeah.
Chino?
Townsend is in Chino Hills, which is right.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know where Chino Hills is.
Right off the 71 freeway, it starts to smell a little funny. There's some cows.
Home, baby. Yep.
We've arrived.
Yeah. Oh, I'm used to the smell of manure. I'm from Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out noses.
Shout out.
Shout out cow shit.
Okay, so English.
Meet her, like her. She doesn't have a lot of interest in a guy who looks like the before picture in the Invisalign ad, right? She's like, no, I have bigger dreams than you, okay? Move on to like high school. She's like captain cheerleader, like really good grades, like, you know, nominated for winter formal court, like that type of stuff. But I guess like the right way to say it is like, okay, so I was a finance major, right? And like, okay, you should take some big like financial risks when you're young. So hopefully if they work out, you'll get really rich. And if they don't work out, like you still have some time to make that up before you retire. I believe the same thing wholeheartedly with like dating is like, hey, okay, I should take a really big swing, like way outside of what I deserve or like should get. And it's like, if it works, I get a wife out of this that's like, that's sick.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be with me. And if it doesn't work, it's like, hey, you've got your whole 20s to find somebody who more matches your face.
Well, and if you swing enough, I mean, like odds are or something. Like if you take enough big risks.
Yeah. So true. If you never ask, the answer will always be no.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
And at least like if a big risk in dating and asking someone out of your league, like what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
At least you're not betting all of your money in a finance.
Essentially, yeah.
Unless you're like taking them out to extremely extravagant first dates all the time.
Which you're not doing in 10th grade.
No.
In Chino. It's just not happening.
Nah.
The movie theater's the coolest thing here. Okay. So $12 is your risk.
And if we get bored, we'll go cow tipping.
Yeah. No, but so I spent the first 2 years of high school still like, she's like, no.
Like you were upset. Like you had
I was like, this girl. Yeah, like I would talk to other girls, but it'd be like, man, but okay.
You're not my wife.
I'm talking to you, but if Lindsay shows like a sprinkle of interest, I think I'm going to go that direction.
Yeah.
But for the first 2 years of high school, it's like, oh, watch her ask another guy to Sadie's or like,
Sadie's
and you're like, bro, this is not cool.
Oh.
But then junior year, you just keep trying. You know, it's like content creation. It's like, all right, we're going to make 30 videos and one of them's going to work, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I asked her out junior year for like probably the 800th time.
No way.
And then we got a hit.
No way.
We got
You are down.
Let's go.
It's like just to get you to stop fucking asking me, I'll say yes.
If you'll stop asking, I'll marry you and stay with you forever. Okay, just please. You're annoying. You're so annoying.
Just stop bugging me about it. Oh my God. That's so funny. So then you guys went on your first date. Where'd you take her?
Go on a first date.
Were you shitting yourself?
I believe it's Scandia, which, shout out Scandia, miniature golf course and I believe an amusement park that doesn't exist anymore in Ontario.
Damn.
Okay.
RIP.
I love a mini golf situation.
Mini
on
golf
a date,
is
though.
good.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of time.
They knew
Doing
they'd
an
never get a better love story than you guys. They're like, we got to quit while we're ahead.
Shut the whole
That's it.
Scampia
Just shut it down.
Did you see those two? How did he land her?
That's it.
Wrap it up. This is why we were here.
Back it up, boys.
And I'd like to, she'll be so happy I mentioned this because this is probably the dumbest thing I did like in our time, like in college. Okay, so when I go to college, I play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We're still together. And they're asking people like on the baseball team, like, hey, who has a cool talent, like can dance or sing or do? And I'm like, yo, everybody's like, Robby does magic tricks. So the Big West Conference, I was like, hey, can you do some magic tricks in your guys' clubhouse? And I was like, sure. And I get there and I was like, oh my gosh, there's actually like 3 cameras. Like they think I'm better than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I do the first trick and they're loving it. And I get like, okay, here comes Robby's undeveloped brain and like ego is too high right now. And I remember the girl interviewing me. She asked me, she goes, wow, this must get you like a ton of attention at parties from girls. And I say this, I say, yeah, my current girlfriend actually doesn't like it very much because, you know, I get a lot of attention. And my wife's like, your current girlfriend? I'm your only girlfriend. Like, what are you? Your current, like, oh, like next month you have this one.
Yeah.
And
I'm
honestly,
still testing it out.
that video came out and I'll never forget. My uncle calls me. He goes, hey, cool video, man. What's the one thing you probably should have just left out of that completely?
Oh, man.
Give you some pointers here, everybody.
Wait, how old were you when this happened?
I was 20.
Okay.
So
yeah,
too
old enough
for
to
it
know
happen?
better.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cringe. So I'll do something wrong around the house and she'll be like, well, at least I didn't say it. Well, you were my current husband.
Wow.
Your current wife.
Did you know when you started dating, like when you were in high school, like, I'm going to marry this girl. Like, I'm going to keep her as long.
For as long as I can remember. And even like, I think objectively, like, oh my gosh, you're supposed to be like Love is Blind, right? But like, I think objectively, for as long as I could have remembered, if we took a picture together, I think most people, like, we've all seen that couple where you're like, oh, he must have a lot of money. And it's like, I feel like people get that sense. Like, she is very beautiful. Like, we put up a picture of her. No.
Yeah. Overlayer.
But yeah, so it's like, I think to answer your question, like, did I know I was going to marry her forever? I think I knew from a like very early, like, it'd be very rare that I would land someone who was like, not only just as pretty, but like as nice, as good of a person and is like, likes to go have fun and is just down for things. Like, yeah, this is a good, I probably should not, you know what I mean?
Don't fumble that.
Like today's dating, I feel like is like, we've all had friends or like somebody who's like, you're with a great person. They're like, oh, but there's so much more out there. Yep. And it's like, maybe not for you though, you know, like, I don't know if this is the right move, you know, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but like, sometimes you've got something so good, you really shouldn't like concern yourself with what else is like, like, I don't believe in soulmates, like that there's just one person out there. There's probably a decent amount of people that you could like choose to love daily and like live a great, successful, happy life with. If you think you found one of them that you don't deserve, like you should stay with that. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be entertaining other options. Just because they do exist. That doesn't mean that that's right.
Yeah. Like in the 1800s, I feel like you never would have had that. But it's like a guy opens up his phone now and it's like,
there's so many like,
oh, here's 30 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, or I could go swipe 500 different faces right now. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. Or you could dedicate that time and go on like a cool date with somebody like that you're already with.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's rare these days, especially like you are the exception to the high school sweetheart in a lot of ways. I'm like, I am the high school sweetheart that got divorced.
Yeah.
Which is common, but it's sweet to see you being like still obsessed with her and still
Yeah, it is 100%. Like, I don't know if I would encourage my daughter, like, to, like, hey, like, obviously there's a happy medium, right? Like, the first person you meet probably won't be the best person in the world. I got lucky, right? Like, somebody will meet that person for the first time, but the odds are you probably won't. Now, you shouldn't entertain 500 different options like we just talked about, but like, I probably, if my daughter meets some guy in high school, will do my best to break them up.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they really like each other.
Or just get them to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, is critically think, like, maybe it is an exception to the rule. Maybe you struck out like I did. Or not struck out. You got lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe you got lucky like I did.
Yeah.
But hit home run. I'm like baseball analogy.
But yeah, the odds are like you need to mature more yourself. And then once you do that, you meet a person who meets you on that level
100%.
later in life. Not like, oh, I met this person at 12 and this is it. Like typically that does not happen. You are kind of like, one in a million shot of being successful at that. And that's awesome that you have that.
Lindsay will say that too. She'll be like, the person, like, even from like when we got married, like.
How old were you when you got married?
24.
Okay.
Like, so let's call it roughly 9 years. She'll be like, even the person, like, you're so different. Like, if you'd have told her when we got married, like, hey, you might sell a TV show one day, or like, you'd be a content creator. You don't even have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of the last people to like hop on Instagram. Yeah. Like, like, what are you? You're not creative. You do numbers. You take this, you put it in the Excel spreadsheet, you come home. Like, that's your job. And so like, you do evolve and you change. And it's like, same with her. Like, I didn't know she'd be a really great food allergy mom. That's not in the handbook when you're picking out a wife. You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see that, like, all right, through both of our evolutions, like, we both really loved the changes. And like, it's not the exact same person that you married, but it's a really cool person. And it's like, wow, that's awesome.
What advice would you give for like that evolution of your guys' relationship, since you did start so young and like you are completely different people then from when you met? What advice would you give for successfully evolving with your partner like that?
You definitely have to like have space open. Like, if you asked me for sure after we had our first kid, I'd have been like, I'm good. Like, and this is just an example of like, but she's like, no, this is, we love this kid. And it's like, yeah, I love this kid, but I am good. Right.
As in having another.
Right. And then it's like, all right, she's convinced me like, she's a great mom. If she wants to have another one, like, who am I? Like, come on, let's go. And so you have another one and then boom, it's not another one, it's another two. It's like nature's BOGO, right? Yeah. And I was like the one, maybe two kids. She would have had three probably from the start. So did she plan it? I don't know. I'm not exactly acute to the woman's inner workings. Okay. Did she do it on purpose? We'll have to get a medical expert in here. I'll never forget seeing that ultrasound. And I was brand new at a new job. I didn't get to go to that first ultrasound.
Oh.
But when she brought it home and she has a video of me because she set up a hidden camera, she does this stuff because she was a content creator. I wasn't, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, hey, the ultrasound's on the table. And like, I go over and look at it and like, I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? They're just like, what is that? It's black and white.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm not a big details guy, really.
Yeah.
And she's like,
it all kind of looks like a blob, really.
Right.
She's like, why don't you take a closer look? And I was like, it really does look like two of whatever this is supposed to be. And I was like, is that two babies? And I'm in the video, like, I'm yelling two babies, and it is half like, wow, that's really cool, and half like, whoa,
holy
I'm scared.
Shit.
That's that wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
But obviously, to answer your question of like, how do you let somebody evolve? Like, if you give them space, like we had another kid, she really wanted to. I wanted to too, but another two, and like when you allow that space, you get to see her grow into like the best mom I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And all of this protectiveness and all of this great stuff that she does, all because you allow for the room of growth to happen in her life and my life. And then everybody gets to, what if she would have told me, hey, stop making content. Like, you just told people I was in prison.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very legitimately valid concern.
we were in the middle of talking about something when that camera died, and it was, I think, allowing your partner the space to evolve.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you were like right in the middle of making a point.
I was right in the middle of something.
It would have been a great point.
It was probably so good.
Dang.
Maybe we'll never know. Wrap it up in 15 seconds. Just summarize what you said.
The key to a successful marriage, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just letting your partner grow. No, where was I?
Let it grow. I don't know.
Let it grow, but like the Elsa version?
Yeah.
Well, I think I was thinking of the what's that big fuzzy orange blob that all the hot girls dress up as?
The Laura?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea where that was going. What's that big fuzzy orange? And I was like, what?
Help. All the hot girls are doing
All the hot girls dress up as the Lorax.
That's what they do.
Have you not seen this trend?
Right when you said Lorax, I was like, oh, I get it now. But the descriptive words, like, what's that big fuzzy orange? And I was like, I don't know.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's like, what? The sun? I don't know.
Especially when I'm trying to like name a song and I'm like, what's that big? But that's the song they sing, I think, when I've never seen the movie.
Me neither.
I just know they go like, let it grow. Anyway.
All right. Well,
That's my metaphor for marriage.
let's play a game. We'll do a couple different things here, but let's start with Smash or Pass Dating Edition.
Okay.
So I'm going to say just some things and you're going to rapid fire either say smash or pass.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And this is just like, to go into like today's kind of dating culture and all the things. Okay. Talking stages.
Smash.
Okay. Situationships.
Pass.
Why?
I don't want situations. I work in finance. I want things like pretty black and white.
Fair. Sending voice memos.
Yes. Smash. Yeah.
Smash.
I like a voice memo.
You and your wife do that?
Time. No, but we should.
Lindsay, you guys are going to start if you're listening to this.
I love voice memos.
Yeah. Megan and I, it's like our little mini podcast to each other sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
If I have to explain like a situation that happened or
We're
something.
not using our thumbs to figure that out.
Yeah,
We've evolved from that.
Get arthritis.
And then
I've given you the space to evolve.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Voice memos.
And you can read the audio transcription from AI or whatever, especially if it's like inappropriate. And I'm like, don't play this if you're at your parents' house.
Yeah.
Which typically you still do.
Well, quietly. Okay. Sharing a toothbrush.
That is unthinkable. Pass.
And I do that. Washington boy and I do that.
And call me a germaphobe, but if I'm brushing my teeth and then I go to put the toothbrush back and I drop it and it like hits my arm on the way down, that toothbrush is going in the trash. And
Really?
I have like 10 toothbrushes.
You don't have like an electronic toothbrush?
I don't.
You need to upgrade your toothbrush.
Yeah, you need an
I
Oral
should.
B, my guy.
Because then at that, you can just replace the toothbrush head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Okay,
so
now
you
we're
can buy
talking.
like replacements. It's gonna clean your mouth way better.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to have a clean mouth at
You
this
don't
point.
know what it's like to have a Santa Ana wind event. Just remove all the stuff in between your teeth.
Oh
out.
my God.
You know what I mean?
I do.
I just stick my head out a car window and we are good to go. Oh, you got to go home and floss? Good for you. Okay. Somebody give me a jump rope.
That's great. That's good. But I do recommend the electronic toothbrush.
Okay. Deal.
And Brett from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, if you're listening to this, you should also get an electric toothbrush for all the
Absolutely.
piss you're drinking.
Yeah.
Good point.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend that if you drink pee, you should use an electric toothbrush.
Yes, that's exactly what they recommend. Yeah, my fiance is really weird about his toothbrush situation too. Like he doesn't like to listen to people brushing their teeth either. It's like a weird thing of
some
this.
misophonia.
Oh,
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Lindsay is 100%. And I'm not here to talk bad about my wife. Okay. It's probably a condition you're born with and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay.
We're inclusive.
Everything's fine. If we're both eating on the couch, I chew with my mouth closed. Okay. I'm a proud closed mouth chewer. But if you're eating like chips or something, that has a audio effect outside of that, she will be like, you've got to go finish that somewhere else. Be like, you're eating the same chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she like funny. ASMR?
I don't think so, but I couldn't answer that definitively. I'd like to not. Next time we'll have her here.
I feel like she would hate it probably.
Well, sometimes like I hate certain sounds, but I love ASMR. So I'm very sound sensitive in that. I'm like, that sound, I hate. That sound can go to hell. But then there's other sounds where I'm like, ooh, I'm obsessed with the way
that sound can get it.
Yeah.
What was your question though? What did you say?
It was about toothbrushes.
Oh my gosh.
You said fast.
I have like been on vacation and my boyfriend will forget to bring his toothbrush. Like 5 days in, I'll realize he's been using mine the entire time.
Yo.
But I'm such a nasty girl. I don't really care either.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't bug me either.
That's crazy because you are a germaphobe.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm already making out with this person. We're already like sharing saliva and all the things, so it doesn't bug me. I wouldn't want to do it on a regular basis, but in an emergency, I forget mine.
We don't do it on a regular basis, but
you guys have invited me into the podcast today, so with all due respect, you guys are savage with the toothbrushes. That is insane work.
I think there's weirder things.
Yeah, you can call us psychotic.
So the listeners, I'd love if you guys could please comment if you would share toothbrushes with your significant other.
Yeah.
I'm firmly in the no camp, but we've got two just primitive.
Maybe I just love my partner
We're
that
cave
much.
women.
Facts.
I think Lily and Marshall and How I Met Your Mother, if you've seen that show, they also share a toothbrush. And they're like the couple that's obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
And they're like,
That's good. I think that I like the way you phrased it though. I think the way we should phrase it is if you were on a cruise with your significant other and you forgot your toothbrush, are you cool sharing theirs for the duration of the trip?
yeah. That's typically when we have. And you wouldn't.
I want to know the people's answers.
Yeah. Let us know. Comment on Spotify, or maybe we'll post this clip on social, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
Let us know.
That's such a great question. I would pay whatever it costs in the gift shop. And you can't convince me that like the ship nurse doesn't have an extra toothbrush for emergencies.
Yeah.
And I would pay that lady off and be like, let me get the extra toothbrush.
And you think that one lady would be clean?
Yeah, good fact. She's just taking $100 from me and hands me an old toothbrush.
Like, dirty toothbrush.
She trimmed off the top of the bristles so that it looks all straight again.
Bleached it a little bit.
That's fascinating. Yeah, we'll have to ask a poll.
Okay. Ghosting.
Sometimes smash.
Okay.
Wow.
When is it okay?
It's okay to ghost if you were completely disrespected in some manner and don't feel a need to explain yourself or want to deal with this person again.
Okay. Fair.
It's like a boundary of like,
Yeah, I think that's fair in the business world too. If somebody like screwed you on a deal and then comes back to you and is like, hey, do you want to do another deal?
right.
I don't know why I went into Dakota there. I don't know why.
I totally heard it too.
That was my default like corporate guy who just swindled you. Yeah, I'm not taking that guy's call, and that's cool. He never has to learn why.
All in a corporate sense, I'm ghosting every day.
She's like, I will answer 10% of my team's messages.
You're not wrong.
I always answer the teams, but sometimes when it comes to emails, it's like, if it's really important, they'll follow up.
That's true. I'm a big believer that you can come back from vacation, delete your entire unread inbox in your Outlook, and the people that need to follow up will.
That's kind of true.
That's what I live my life by.
That's Megan's Bible. Shared bank accounts.
Yeah. Smash.
Okay. Using a baby voice with your partner.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's not
I feel
for me.
like that's a call out for me specifically.
I said that one with you in mind.
That's so good that these are a trap and I don't know where like...
We're always like...
You're asking something and somebody could be really into that and I'm like, pass.
Disgusting. Whoever would do that.
What kind of loser?
I know, but it started to like bleed into our real life too.
Yeah,
And I don't know. We do it a lot. It's never going to stop.
She's like, babe, can you use a baby voice and my toothbrush?
Yeah,
Like,
please, at the same time.
That's just what really gets me going. My widow sweet bit. Like we're gross with it.
Pass.
Sorry.
Moving in together before you're married.
I'm going to say pass there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You and your wife waited to move in together until after you were married.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
With that said, we got married 9 months, 10 months after a year after college.
Okay.
So like I lived in college. She lived at home during college. And then
What about now if you were to like say you alternate timeline, you're single and you're dating someone and they want to move in?
I don't think I would until like I am all down with like joint everything once we've committed to like this is for real, for real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're engaged or you're like, this is, would you move in if you're engaged?
Potentially. Potentially.
Yeah.
I
Well, luckily
still like
for
the
you, you
marriage
don't
line.
even have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
figure that one out.
Lindsay, if I died, what would you do?
Okay. Smash or pass. People having a roster.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to piss everybody off. Everybody's going to be angry.
I think as long as you communicate to your roster that you're not, exclusive.
Oh, like if you tell the roster you are a roster?
Well,
Yeah.
if you tell your roster you haven't had that like we are exclusive with each other conversation and you're just dating.
Okay.
There's levels of roster, what's the word?
Roster.
There's a spectrum to the rosters.
Roster etiquette.
I think there's rosters that could be used in a very bad way.
Yes.
But I think the way you explained it, like if you're loosely talking to 3 people because you haven't decided any of them are worth a full commitment yet, then there you go.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Okay. Smash or pass. Matching pajamas.
Every Christmas since we've been married, Lindsay has got us in matching pajamas.
Cute.
Oh.
That is the one day of year I will allow it. I don't like it.
That's cute.
Pass other than smash you do it for your wife one day a year.
You keep the St. Patrick's Day pajamas.
Love that. Okay. Smash or pass couples therapy.
Yeah, for sure. Useful.
Yeah.
I have never done it, but I wouldn't be opposed to for any difficulty that came up.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Good
Cool.
answer. There was a right or wrong answer to all of it.
And now we're going to correct your test.
Yeah. All right.
I should fire questions back at you guys after.
You can. You totally can. Okay. This is the Robby Fixes Your Love Life section of the podcast where y'all wrote in to us on Instagram. Someone asked, what is a way to show appreciation for men that don't like attention or compliments?
100% a new work shirt.
That was so quick.
I love this answer. Okay.
So
elaborate.
So Lindsay buys, this is a work shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not purchase this. I like the way it looks. So I feel good. I know that she likes the way it looks because she picked it out. And so I get a little confidence boost coming back into the door later. You know what I mean?
Aww.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, actually, my boyfriend said multiple times he wants clothes.
And it's a quiet gift because if you go buy him an Apple Watch and he doesn't have a use for an Apple Watch, now he's obligated to feel like, wow, it was like a really great gesture, but it's not something he is like, it may be practical, maybe not. But now he feels obligated to wear it, even if it's not. And it's kind of like, I got this thing. And then people are going to ask, hey, bro, you got the new Apple Watch? And he's like, yes, I did. And I don't want it.
True. He's
So-
going to wear the work shirt
He's going to wear the work shirt.
and he's going to look good in it
Yes.
and he's going to feel good in it.
Get the work shirt.
Good tip.
Yeah. That was a great
I will.
answer.
I've
Get
been
the
trying to
work
figure out what
shirt.
to do for my boyfriend for Christmas. Okay. What are the best things a man can do, not as a cheat code, but for real, to authentically connect with your partner?
So for the guy to connect with the girl,
Yeah, and to show that they're trustworthy.
you 10,000% have to like actually hear when they're talking. Like, like if you're watching a show or something, like, this is probably a little like generalization, but I would say men are more like, I want the facts and don't like give me details and tangents. Mm-hmm. This is personally true for me too. Like my wife will tell a story and she'll give way more information than I would have if I told the same story. And so it's harder for me to, but you have to listen to the whole thing so that the person feels heard. Mm-hmm. And then you'll connect. If you're trying to get them to get to the point, like if my buddy Kevin, he's my best man at my wedding. He's my best friend. If we are talking to each other, but this is like our code, and we tell a story that has way too many words or doesn't have a good punchline or a good ending, we will look each other dead in the eye and go, that's it? You needed 3 minutes for that? Like, there's nothing there? You cannot do that to your wife.
True.
You can do that to your boy, but you cannot do that to your wife. You've got to listen.
Yeah. I love that answer.
Yeah. Be a good active listener.
That. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Someone said, I've been talking to this guy for 6 months and he still introduces me as his friend. What should I do?
That is crazy. The next time he introduces you as his friend, I would look at him as you shake the hand of the other person and say, friend, that's cute. Immediately he's on defense now. And you make him come up with the next words, but you've already done your job.
Perfect. Yeah, make him feel stupid for it.
Yeah. How do you feel about like modern dating these days or taking longer than 3 months to decide if you want to like commit to boyfriend, girlfriend status?
If you have a fully developed brain, 3 months seems like more like, okay, yeah, there's going to be some caveat. Somebody's going to comment like, well, I work on an oil rig and I'm out on the seas for 30 days at a time. Beyond that, if you can
beyond the oil rigger,
if you're seeing this person like once a week for coffee or hanging out or something like that, I gotta think 90 days is a good like probation period. Mm-hmm. Like that's you should already know.
You should know.
You know, like if your job already knows within 90 days if they're gonna fire you, you know, then you should know if this girl.
And if you know sooner, then go for it. Yeah, you don't have to wait. In my opinion.
Oh, 100%. I think the nicest thing you can do is like, if you don't think something is going to work out, like it should be done at that point.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be hanging out for.
No.
Yeah.
To be clear is to be kind.
Yes.
The guy I broke up with in high school for cheating on me wants another chance 7 years later. Should I give him another chance?
Dang. In high school, that is crazy. I would argue that we don't have enough information that if this guy's made a complete like life transformation, there may be something to like giving him another shot. I would not 100% say you close that door if you are yourself interested. If you meet him a few times and you're like, this is the same dude, then you're out. But if you go and you're like, we've all had those people that like you don't see for 10 years since high school. Mm-hmm. And you're like, wow, that person has completely different political beliefs, religious beliefs. That's a new human being. Mm-hmm. If you get that sense from the dude, you should give him a shot. But then it'd be like very short leash with things.
True. Got to build trust back.
Yeah.
You got to see he's done the work.
What do you guys think on that? Would you?
I think that's a fair answer. I think, how you are in high school isn't entirely indicative of how you're going to be as an adult. So 7 years later, I think I agree, like test it out, feel it out, like ask the hard questions, I think, in the beginning and see how he behaves and responds. And that'll kind of tell you from there. Go with the actions and not necessarily the words.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with your advice. That's good advice.
I'd say the same, even if it was like a few years and you're adults. I don't know. I do think people can change, but you just got to feel it out. And you need more information. You need to see what their intentions are and their actions and not like what they've done necessarily in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked, what is it like having a penis?
That's interesting.
Most of our listeners are female.
Yeah. For sure. I think it's weird. Riding a bike, I swear has to be easier for you guys. Right?
Oh, I'm sure. Like a Peloton bike or something.
I don't know if there is a female equivalent to like the pain you feel when like if you just accidentally get kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like there's no way to know if you guys
describe what that pain feels like.
It feels like you know when you hit your funny bone?
Yeah.
Right? But what if that, like, you coupled that with like a debilitating, like, need to curl over into the fetal position? But then you're a man, so it's like, no, I gotta be, I'm tough. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like a whole body sensation?
No, it's pretty centralized. It's if you woke up with that sensation, it would not be unclear where you were harmed.
Yeah.
I've never asked a man what it feels like to get hit in the nuts.
It's not like this might be going too far, but like
Never.
I just can't for the life of me. Like waterboarding sounds bad, but like if you just kick somebody in the nuts, they'll probably tell you everything you want to know. You know?
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah, we should really streamline our torture.
Yeah, like
in this country.
Why aren't we just kicking people in the nuts?
If you think your husband is cheating, tie him up, threaten to kick him in the nuts.
Yeah,
I wonder though, because I know that women like have a higher pain tolerance in general, and
my wife reminds me of that every time I get hurt. I went and got an MRI on my knee. Okay, this is no joke. I'm not making up a story. Last week, I got the MRI results. There is nothing wrong with my knee. And she's like, you spent $500 on an MRI? I'm glad there's nothing wrong with your knee. But
you thought it was like fractured or something? I
was like, man, there's something so wrong. Like I'm going downstairs. I can't run.
You're just getting old.
Yeah. It turns out I'm on the wrong side of 30 now. And
oh no. What do you love most about your wife?
Oh my gosh. Okay. And this is also a trap because a week ago, she asked me what her best physical feature was.
Ooh.
Okay. And now you're asking more in a general sense, not physical feature, but I just want to outlay the problem with the question, which is I said her butt. To which she immediately responded, what's wrong with my face?
Yeah.
And that's why it's a trap, because when I said my answer, I did not think one negative thing about any other part of her.
Yeah.
And so I will answer, but when this airs, I need to fully mentally prepare myself for her to be like, whoa, what's wrong with this other thing that I didn't say? Yeah.
What about my nurturing?
What about my understanding? Okay, all right, okay.
Do you think I'm not patient?
You understand, great. Let me give this one some good thought, though. Her best attribute is even if she is mad at something, so patience is going to be the answer, but the perfect example is maybe forgiveness is the answer, like her ability to forgive, because even if something truly did bother her, the next day it is a ton of like grace. There isn't any of that hangover of like, well, last week or yesterday you did that. Like she's very good at not keeping like a record or a scorecard. She is very forgiving, which is super helpful for a guy who isn't really good with details, because it's like, why didn't you put your shoes away? Like I bought this thing to put the shoes in. The shoes are still over there. But not that that's something she gets super mad about, but like something that I would screw up, you know, like, hey, you were supposed to take to this thing. And she's just super forgiving. I would give that her best attribute. But now I'm going to have to go home and answer about why it's not her sense of humor or all these things that it should have been.
It's all those things, right? Yeah. Though that's just the thing that probably stood out to you in this moment.
That is 100% true. If you asked me in 6 months, I'd give a different answer. And it would just be because of recency bias.
Yeah. No, but that's a really sweet thing to call out as your favorite thing about her. And that just shows a lot about her character. And we haven't met you, Lindsay, but we love you.
Sounds awesome.
a good question to wrap it and to summarize is like in today's dating culture, it's very chaotic and there are a lot of options at your fingertips, and it can be really discouraging, I think, for people who are trying to find a long-term partner and who are kind of striking out. But you found your person in 7th grade and you have stayed committed and faithful and everything to her, and you guys have such a great partnership. So I guess my question is, what advice would you give to people who are looking for a partnership like yours, what you have? What should they be looking for in a person?
100%. I saw a TED Talk in college where a guy was, it's like a marketing guru, and he was talking about how over the course of the last like 50 years, the amount of tomato sauce brands is up exponentially. And what they found is that people will walk into a grocery store, and if they don't know a tomato sauce that they normally just grab and go and buy, if they're presented with this many choices and they're looking at it, they can be paralyzed by the amount of options, and it will take them longer to actually select something because there's more options in front of them. When, in actuality, if they get it's tomato sauce. If you grabbed a lot of cans, a lot of them would work. And so I'm not saying go grab a bunch of partners. What I'm saying is there are tons of people out there, and inactivity or not making a decision or waiting. And I'm fully in the never settle camp, but don't let the never settle camp lead you to not make any decisions. So you should be, yes, I will go out with that date, even though I don't like the packaging necessarily. Let me get to know this human being. Maybe I do like them. Maybe this would be a great long-term relationship. I think the modern dating world too quickly, and thank goodness my wife didn't, looks at the outer package and is like, nah, I'm good. I'll just swipe. I'm done. I'm good. I'll just wait for another one. I don't know when the next another one is, so you should give a legitimate try, but that's so difficult in a culture that's like, I'll give that one 10 seconds. I'll swipe away, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Instead of like, let's do 30 minutes of coffee before I decide if this person is something that I can grow with. I just called the person a something. That was terrible.
No, but I think that's a great answer. And they do have some different dating apps that only give you like 5 a day.
That's
or
so
something.
Good.
I can't remember the names, but I know that there are like companies out there that are kind of trying to change that dating app, the addictiveness of just like swiping. Yeah. And I do think that's a good call out too, of sometimes we're so quick on this is my list of what I'm looking for in a partner. And one of those things that they need to be doing like this kind of job or something. And then if you meet someone, but they don't hit everything on your list, like maybe still give it a chance and go get coffee and see if you vibe, because maybe your actual partner isn't someone that you have necessarily written out.
Yeah. And I'm not against like online dating in totality. I know tons of people who've met great people online. I do think people should give a little extra effort to in person. Like meeting someone in person tells you so much more than a profile online. Like most people are either going to be, you're like humans are bad estimators. So most people you meet are going to be better than you thought or worse than you thought. And it's so much quicker to get real answers about whether you can be in a relationship with someone if you can get those answers faster. And if you figure out in 30 minutes, like that is way worse than I thought. If in 30 minutes you figure that was way better, wow, they just suck at putting together an online profile. Putting together an online profile is like one of the bottom traits you need to have a good partner. And so it's the first thing you get to see, but it's the last thing you need out of someone. And so we're judging them based off of the wrong things sometimes, which is why I give like extra leverage. If you have the ability to go out and meet people in person, I think that's the way.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's a really good point. And you said that's one of the bottom traits you need. What would you say are some like your top 3 traits that you need in a super successful partnership? What should you be looking for?
100% somebody who is open to, for me personally, it's just like someone who's open to adventure, open to change, and is not 100% convinced in everything that they personally think. So I love when someone is willing to hear someone's other side. Even if I have a position on something, I don't care if it's politics, religion, or something that we're going to do around the house. I like to think that the person you want to be with is willing to hear your side, even if they're already convinced that you're wrong. They'll be open to the idea that they don't know everything. Mm-hmm. That person is the ultimate partner.
Robby, thank you so much for coming on. This was such a fun interview and we covered a lot of topics. And I want you to know we don't have a lot of men on this podcast. You are, I think, the third.
The second straight male.
Yeah.
The third male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I'm honored.
Yeah. It was awesome
our,
having you on.
20 guests or something. Like we've had. Yeah. So this is.
Yeah. But
big deal.
Let's go.
Yeah. You've given some really awesome advice and perspective. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I really appreciate you coming and doing this. And it was really fun.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. This was so much fun.
Yay.
I'm going to make you guys do this again with me.
Okay. Will you plug your socials too for people?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Oh, I thought you meant like, will I share this into my story? Yes, of course.
Hell yeah, that
too. My socials are at the Sephew on Instagram and TikTok.
Cool. I love it. Yay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe anywhere you listen to your podcast. And also follow us on Instagram and TikTok to watch clips of this interview.
Boom.
Bye.